What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Clever's Multiverse. Man, today I'm really excited, man, today because this is one of the few figures that I really wanted this year. In 2024, I've been really taking it easy. I've been picking and choosing. Plus, it's been like super hard to get anything that you want, right? But this is one of the ones that I was like, yo, I really want this one. So I'm super happy that I lucked out. So I really want to get into this. So let's see what's going on. The box is crazy. I'm really liking the new Marvel setup. I really like this new box. I mean, this is almost like a combination of what we used to have combined with the whole plastic free. Remember when they came out with that for like a year? So this is like a combination of both of those. The back of the box is looking tough too. And you guys already know, if you've been on this channel, I do keep my boxes. So boxes are something that I appreciate. We have some artwork on the right side of the box too, but that's about it. The left side doesn't have much, doesn't have anything actually. And that's about it. That's what we got going on. But with that being said, let's crack this bad boy open, see what he's all about. I do have the original Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, and I'm going to bring him out and see how they compare. But first, let's get into Danny Ketch. All right, fresh out the box, and we got Ghost Rider, and this is everything that he comes with. We got the bike. It has a whole bunch of flame effects. It has actually more flame effects than the last Ghost Rider that came out. And then we have Ghost Rider here by himself on the right. One of the things that I was thinking about when I opened this box, I was like, wow, his legs are real easy to move. And I was thinking that's good because, when he gets on the bike, it won't be hard to pose him or whatever. But the fact of the matter is he's having a hard time standing up. So I was trying to put him on the stand, and it was giving me a problem because his legs go left to right super easy. Like, look at this. So like whenever I'm standing him up, I had to get one sure-footed to make sure that he could stand up, but there's not too many positions I would be able to put him in if I was going to stand him up. Maybe it's just mine that came a little loose, but that is one thing I noticed. But it might be good just for the bike, so I'm not really sure about that. One thing for sure, I always felt like Ghost Rider was one of those characters that everybody likes. Like, he's not really down with any team per se. I mean, Midnight Suns, whatever. But I mean, like a real, like always on the team. Like, he's one of those characters that's like a free agent, but like everybody rocks with Ghost Rider. I've never met somebody that says, I don't like Ghost Rider. I don't know. I just never met that person. The figure itself, I really like it. I mean, this has like a textured leather feel to it. This almost looks like a real motorcycle jacket. It doesn't look like a painted on jacket. It looks like a real motorcycle jacket for real. I like the fact that it has all the extra spikes everywhere. They overdid it with the spikes. I love it. Look, even under a chain underneath the other one right here, almost looking like that Jim Jones wallet. Remember that? On the sides here too, we have more spikes. I mean, I really like this one. I'm gonna take a look at Johnny Blaze now. I want to see. I don't really remember him too much as far as the detail, but we're gonna take a look at him and see how they match up. One thing I always loved about Ghost Rider was the head sculpt. The head sculpt is always something that's different to me, and I'm seeing something. Why those eyes look real menacing, and I'm gonna see how the other eyes look. Almost has like a pen and stare vibe going to it, but I don't know. I don't know if that's just trying to match the colors, or is they really trying to go with that vibe right there. They even have it down to his throat where you can see the bone, you can see the skeleton. This figure does have a lot of detail. I do feel like, look, he has something in his wallet, it looks like. Ha, save some money this year. I mean, listen, I'm not sure, but I feel like this one is smaller than the last one. We're going to double check in a little bit, but I just want to double check that. This flame piece is almost, I want to say, the same as the last one, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to bring out the other one too and see how they compare next to each other. But this is always a thing. My only problem with this chain is like the same thing with the last one. Gravity is not kind to it, so you can never have it like standing straight up and just like this. Eventually, gravity is going to bring it down. That's the problem I have with this. So I have my other Ghost Rider. He's gripping Thanos' arm. Like, he's pulling him like this, and I have it like that. But that's the problem with this chain. Like, you have to put it in a way where gravity doesn't do the disservice. He comes with 2 extra hands. So one with a closed fist for the right hand right here. And then one with the kind of open sort of hands. And then one with the kind of open sort of hands. And these are going to be the bike rider hands, actually. You can tell right here. That's how he's going to grip the handlebars. So he has this one right here and this one for the handlebar. And then if you wanted to do a punch with this open hand, like I'm kind of sort of about to do something hand, those hands. And the bike itself, this is amazing. I think this is the bread and butter of why everybody loves Ghost Rider, is because of the bikes. I mean, Ghost Rider without the bike just doesn't hit the same. Like the Johnny Blaze one, I know, sold out. Cosmic Ghost Rider, sold out. This one is going to sell out. I already know. But, the ones that come without the bikes, they tend to not really do as well as the one with the bikes. The bikes are really the selling point for this guy. I mean, this is his thing right here. And this bike in particular, I like the best. I like this one better than the last bike. I can almost tell. I haven't even pulled the other one down yet. The front of the bike looks like it has some battle damage, like he's been going through it. This also looks like some GTA bike where he could just pick up something in front of him. This is awesome. This is the best bike I've seen in a minute, and I really wanted it really because of the bike, to be honest with you. It also has the flame effects, and this is how you're gonna hold the bike up. The last bike had like a little bit of a kickstand to it, and that's how it stood up. This one is gonna hold up to the flame effects, and this is the one for the back tire. And this is well done. This is solid. I mean, it's big, it's bulky, and it gives it that fiery feel. I really like this one. And this is the one for the front right here. Same type of piece, just for the front, smaller wheel for the tire, and this is what holds it in place. But what I really like from these is this one, because I already have a vision that I'm going to be popping him on the wheelie. I think I have to, because the other one doesn't go in the wheelie. So I have him in the wheelie riding, and I have Johnny Blaze riding straight next to him. And that way I'll be able to show both of them parallel. So I think I'm going to be using this. And this, if I don't use this, I'm gonna see if I can finesse it for my other Ghost Rider and see if he can use it. So I'm not trying to let any of this go to waste, but let's see what happens. And let's see how it looks on the bike. And this is Ghost Rider on the bike. And look at the chain. Look at the chain. Exactly what I was talking about. In real time, it's falling down. Like, and it's doing it all by itself. That's gravity. That's the problem with these chains. I'm gonna fix that later, but I'm glad you can see that. That happens all by itself. And this is brand new. It's not even like it's like used to being like that. I just put it like that for the first time. But anyway, this is Ghost Rider on the bike. He is looking amazing. I really love this. This is from this side right here. And this is from the other side with the chain still falling. You know, we got to do something with that chain. But, you know, this is amazing. Let me see how it pops up in the wheelie really fast, because that's how I want to see what's going on. Now, this is the pose that I really want to put this Ghost Rider in, because I really want him to do that wheelie. When you do that part, you don't really need this effect anymore. I mean, obviously the tire's not on the floor, but I want to see how this looks on the other Ghost Rider really fast, because one is cool, but two is better. So let me just see how that goes real fast. So yeah, these are two totally complete different flame effects. I mean, I was thinking about how I could try to finesse this with this tire right here. I mean, it doesn't really go because Johnny Blaze is more of a yellow, but then in the back, it does go from like yellow to orange to red. And this is from like, you know, yellow to orange. And at the end of the day, it's Clever 616, so I could do whatever I want to do. I think I am going to wind up using this here at some point, and let's just see how that goes. But I like the compare contrast. This has more like of a Harley Davidson feel to it, and this has more like of a Suzuki feel to it, you know, that kind of bike. But I love how they have this one doing the wheelie, because I don't have to have them hiding behind each other, because if they was both flat, I would have to put them in front of each other. I could put them almost side by side on the shelf with him popping up, and he'll make a difference. So I really appreciate that. So I was wondering about these flame chains, and I was like, damn, are these the same chain, or what's going on? And basically, yeah, these are the same exact chain. I mean, look, down to you could trace these, you could stencil them. But the one thing that is different is the Johnny Blaze one has more of an orange. And this is the new one that just came out with the Danny Ketch, and it has more of a yellowish right here at the end. And that's what they really did. I mean, these are the same exact size, everything. Look, like I said, you could put them over each other and you can make copies of them like they were keys. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier. So here they are side by side. Danny Ketch, I want to say, is a touch smaller than, you know, Johnny Blaze. All right, but whatever. Okay, so I do have some gripes about the older one now that I didn't have before. So let's just take a quick look at this. I really like all the chains that come on the Danny Ketch. I love the spikes, the chain around his chest, even his knuckles. I love all of that. I never realized that Johnny Blaze doesn't really come with any of those things. As a matter of fact, even the shoulders kind of bother me on Johnny Blaze now. When I look at them, they look more like Toy Biz shoulders. You know, remember the old school Toy Biz ball joints? They look like those. One thing that I did notice is both of them do have the movable jaw. However, Johnny Blaze looked like he has an underbite. Whenever Johnny Blaze looks like he has an underbite when he does it. Danny Ketch doesn't have that underbite. That is right where it's supposed to be. So it looks kind of normal when he does it. This one, not so much. Not to say that I got a problem with Johnny Blaze, because that's my favorite Ghost Rider always. But then I'm also looking at this and I was like, no, I always like the Danny Ketch costume better. And I'm like, damn, I mean, yo, I was born in 81. I'm trying to remember, yo, which ones did I read hard body? They all kind of blend in after a while, man. Johnny Blaze has more of the Parasuco jeans going on with the lines on the side. Remember the Parasuco jeans? He reminds me of that guy. But Danny Ketch looks just a little more professional. I mean, it is a more modern figure. It's a bigger take on it. I can't help but feel like this is his little brother, though. I mean, in figure-wise, I can't help but feel like this is his little brother in the figure. You know what I mean? Like Batman and Robin type stuff, you know? One thing I do like is, like I said before, they did give him the neck, the bone part in the neck. Johnny Blaze doesn't have that, and it's more like see-through, like all fire. I mean, which is cool, it's not the worst, but this one gives you both. It gives you the fire, and it gives you the little bit of like that bone that you can see right there. And I feel like that makes it just a little more realistic. Yo, let's take a look at these eyes real fast. Hold up. This one looks like Saw. Hold on. Let me get a flashlight or something. All right. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but Johnny Blaze has more like, he has like red eyes, like devilish eyes. So he has like Sith eyes from Star Wars, like Anakin when he turned. He has those kind of eyes, like Sith eyes. This one does look a little demented. So this one, Danny Ketch, he does look like he's doing kind of a pen and stare thing. It looks like Saw, like, that swirly thing from Saw. It looks like that. That's exactly how it looks. I mean, it's different, which is cool. So I kind of like that. If you wanted to do like, maybe you could pretend that he is giving somebody the pen and stare and, he's grabbing them and possessing them. And that could be an epic way to pose your figure right there. Yeah, side by side, this is what we're getting, and it's minus the flame effects. I mean, it's literally like his whole deltoid is higher, his whole shoulder is higher, so he is a bigger figure than Danny Ketch is. Danny Ketch is smaller. But I've always felt like this Johnny Blaze was a little too lanky on the bike. I wonder, does Danny Ketch fit better on his bike than Johnny Blaze does? And also, how big are these bikes? Let's check that out real fast. I took off the flame effects from the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider because I don't want to add to the length. So I took it off the back, and then I'm going to compare it to this one, which is kind of looking like a Batmobile bike now. But, I thought that this one was going to come out bigger, the Johnny Blaze. And to be honest with you, when I line up the back tires, it's shorter than the Danny Ketch version. Danny Ketch's bike is longer and wider and looks a lot stronger. Like I said, this has more of a Harley Davidson feel, but because of the flame effects that come with the Johnny Blaze one, it does make it appear as if it's longer, but actually it's shorter. All right, guys, so this is what I'm thinking right here. And for you people out there who do have the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, let me know if you agree with this. So this Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider right here, he is not the easiest person like to balance. When you have him, you have to like lean him to the left or lean him against the kickstand. And, balancing is an issue. He's fallen over my shelf before. Not too many times, but he has happened. I'm starting to kind of feel like that's because the Ghost Rider is bigger and it doesn't have a solid base, so it's kind of lanky. That Ghost Rider on the left looks like he may be a little bit too tall for the bike. Like I have to really stretch out his arms, trying to get his placement in. It doesn't fit exactly 100% the way I would like to. So I don't know. If you have that figure, let me know. Do you feel the same? You usually have to put like one leg on the other side on the floor, or you got to play with it a little bit. Right now, I have them both on the kickstands the way, they were supposed to be, like by design, right? You can't see right here, but it's also off the ground. Now, Danny Ketch, to be honest with you, even though he's a little bit smaller than Johnny Blaze, the bike is a little bit bigger, which makes it more balanced to me. This looks more symmetrical all of a sudden. This one doesn't look bad. I'm not saying it looks bad, but I'm just saying this one, I wonder if they did make him a tad smaller just so he could fit on the bike and present better. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. And not for nothing, on this side shot right here, I cannot help but keep noticing this damn underbite. I never noticed how much of an underbite he has. Danny Ketch does not have that underbite, but Johnny Blaze does. So I don't know. I feel like he got rocked in the mouth too hard and it never went back. Yeah, so this is done from another angle, and I'm really starting to debate if maybe did they just lower the size just a little bit to make it fit better, because this one is a little more lanky now that I look at it. He's giving me more Toy Biz vibes. Not that there's anything wrong with Toy Biz, but I'm just saying it's 2024, and if I'm getting that vibe, that feels like retro to me. This feels more current. This feels like it will be in a video game. This feels like this is about to pop out the movie or something like that. But they're both dope. They both have their place. I'm just seeing what the difference is, and I'm trying to think to myself, well, why would they make them smaller? Usually Marvel Legends is trying to creep up and they're trying to get bigger, 6.5-inch figures, 7-inch figures, stuff like that. So for them to drop down, I'm like, why? But maybe it's because of the bike, and the bike is taking primary and the figure's going secondary. And I don't have a problem with that, to be honest with you. Earlier, I was thinking about using the extra flame effect and just keeping it on this one, which it doesn't look bad, to be honest with you. It's not like the worst thing in the world because it does blend in with the side over here, which is orange, just not the front so much. Since I'm not going to use it, I'm not going to put it to waste. Just be mindful that these tires are a lot thicker. So if you do put this on the Johnny Blaze one, that's going to be for like cosmetic purposes only. It's not really going to hold the bike up. He's still leaning on the kickstand, but it does look good. You know what I'm saying? With Danny Ketch, that's actually made to hold the bike up, which gives it a purpose. So, but you could get away with it. Why? If you're going to have him in the air, you might as well use the flame effect for something else, then put it in the closet or let it go to waste. And the only thing that I could see anybody using that for is the wheel. So, and this one needs it. So that's what I'm doing. If you made it this far in this review, man, I really thank you. I appreciate you for sticking around. And, not for nothing, I really feel like both of these Ghost Riders have a place. I'm happy to have them. I don't know what I'm going to do with this Ghost Rider yet. I don't know how I'm going to set him up. He's probably going to go in my Infinity War section just for the time being. But, this is super dope. I really like this figure. And for the price point, for 50 bucks, not for nothing, they dropping figures by themselves. Like Scar, I think is going for like 50 bucks. It's ridiculous. This is more than worth it. I love this figure. I don't really have nothing bad to say about it. Is it the best figure in the world? Not really. He's a little undersized, but it's my opinion that I think they did that because of the bike. I think they did that for the dynamics. People are going to be putting him in wheelies. They don't want him to fall over. And the other one looks a little bit lanky now that Danny Ketch is next to him. Before they would make Danny Ketch bigger, I think it's better if they made Johnny Blaze a tad smaller just because of the bike situation. These guys ain't standing up. We're going to keep them on the bike the whole time. There's no way we letting them off that bike. So it doesn't really make a difference. They're not looking nobody in the eye. Until next time. Peace.